You kindly go to contribution of the popularity of Buddhism. There kindly correct it. Go to popularity of Buddhism. Under popularity of Buddhism, I mentioned Palas were the last great dynasty. Yes? Palas were the last great dynasty to patronize Buddhism. I said Dharmapala founded 3 universities. Huh? Right? Please correct it. Dharmapala was not the one who founded all the 3. Okay. You please correct it. Correct it. Dharmapala founded Vikramshila University. Dharmapala founded only Vikramshila University. Right? Gopal, kindly write there. You can correct it later also. Gopal founded Uddandapura University. Gopal, founder of Uddandapura University. Rampal, R-A-M-P-L, Rampal founded Jagaddala University. Clear? 3 universities. Okay. Dharmapal, Vikramshila, Gopal, Uddandapura, Rampal, Jagaddala, and Sompal. I also told you there. Sompal founded Somapura. That's absolutely right. Right. Kindly make these corrections there. Otherwise, you note it and you can correct it later if you could not trace it out where it is. Right. We had completed Buddhism in our last class. Contribution of Buddhism ended with its literature. I came up to this point. Up to Viharas only. Okay. But synopsis given up to this point. It doesn't matter. Buddhist Viharas. After that, you have Buddhist sculpture. Okay. Buddhist Stupa Chaitya Vihar. Okay. That is Buddhist architecture. Contribution of Buddhism, Buddhist sculpture also there. That sculpture is called Gandhara, Mathura and Amaravati schools of art. Buddhist sculpture developed under these 3 schools of art. Gandhara, Mathura and Amaravati. Okay. In this art, you find the images of the Buddha being built, being molded by their own traditions, local traditions. Okay. First school, Gandhara School of Art. Right. It was developed by Indo-Greeks. Who were Indo-Greeks? The ones who had come along with Alexander made India their habitated point. They stayed here in India. They are Indo-Greeks. They followed Buddhism. They are not accepted Brahmanism or Jainism. Brahmanism very conservative. It won't accept any foreign race. Jainism very difficult to follow. I'll tell you why Jainism is difficult to follow later when I go to Jainism. So these foreign dynasties, they are more inclined towards Buddhism. They also worshipped Hindu god Krishna Bhagavan, Brahmanical god. Because Bhagavatism or the philosophy of Krishna, very easy to follow. So they followed either Buddhism or Bhagavatism. When I go to other chapters, I will make you people understand that. When you are following Buddhism, okay, you need the idol, or you need one expression for expressing your devotion. So you make the idol of Buddha, and you worship it. Why idol worship is prescribed? To connect yourself with something or the other, thereby with the ultimate God. Are you understanding? I want to connect myself with Ram, the most handsome. So I will make the image of Ram looking very handsome. By looking at it, I am attracted to Ram. When I am meditating on Ram, okay, it gets more intensive. Then I can easily connect with the concept Ram itself. Okay. So I need something, some medium to get connected to. Right? That's why we make idols. Finally, idol worship is not the right way to worship. When you worship Niramaya, Nirguna, Niraka. Formless worship is the right way. But to reach that stage, it's not possible for all. We require one medium. So we create idol. We get connected to that. Are you understanding? So Indo-Greeks, they made the statues of the Buddha. When they make the statues of the Buddha, obviously they follow their customs and their traditions. Are you understanding? Okay. My second son portrayed me as a joker. He's a very good painter. I asked him, paint me. Then immediately within 5 minutes he projected me as a joker and had given me this. With staunch pocha, wool and all that. And idiot, am I looking like this? Yes, you are my lovely daddy. You are like a joker for me. You understand? I can't say no to him because he had done it out of his love and his affection. Got the point? Similarly, you see in Ganesh Maharaj festival times, you look all the Ganesh idols just the same. All Ganesh idols just the same or different? Different. Okay. I am telling you, my dear, to my present surprise, I found one Ganesh Maharaj idol. Karol Bagh, our boys made it, preparing for civil service. One cute Ganesh Maharaj with thick spectacles, bunch of books on his table. Ganesh preparing for civils. Understand? Civils preparing Ganesh Maharaj. Understand? And another Ganesh, okay, masculine body, Bahubali Ganesh, with six-pack body, Bahubali Ganesh. Sangeet Natak Academy, their Ganesh, guitar, disco Ganesh. You understand? Huh? This is Ma Parvati would definitely feel bad to see her son being made corrupt. Okay. But this is one way we express our love for Ganesh. Are you understanding? We make the idol what the way we feel like making. So Indo-Greeks, they also made Ganesh, Buddhist images, images of the Buddha as per their local tradition. Gandhara art. Gandhara means Kandahar, Afghanistan. Okay. Afghanistan always part of India. Pakistan always part of India. Okay. It's only after 1947, okay, they all became Afghanistan, Pakistan. Before that, they are all very much part. Kandahar, our western border, from Mauryas to the Mughals. Okay. So Gandhara school of art means the art that developed in Kandahar, that is Afghanistan. Kandahar, Peshawar, Purushapura, Sialkot, these are the main centers of this art, developed by Indo-Greeks. This art had reached its highest stage under Kushans. Kushana or Kushans. Questions in UPSC. Twice you got questions in the mains. In the General Studies mains and Gandhara art itself. Okay. Gandhara art, Greco-Roman. It's as much Greco as Roman. Okay. Who developed it? Indo-Greeks. Who developed it? Indo-Greeks. So they are developing the art as per their tradition and their customs. In this art, you see the Buddha as a Greek warrior, masculine body. Greeks are generally tall, well-built, with masculine body, thick curly hair, touching the shoulder, sharp nose, square face, elongated ears, wide opened eyes. These are ethnic features of the Greeks. You see all these features in Buddha. So physical appearance wise, Buddha looks like Greek. Okay. You find Buddha in standing posture. Standing posture looking like a Greek philosopher with raised fingers like this. This is mudra. Adeshika mudra. Raised fingers like this. Looking like a Greek philosopher. In some images you find the Buddha looking like Greek god Apollos. Apollos. Okay. These are all what? Greek, elements in the Gandhara art. Greek characteristic features in Gandhara art. Question is, as much Greek as Roman. What are the Roman aspects in the Gandhara art? Okay. Roman elements in Gandhara art or aspects in the Gandhara art, dress. Dress and the objects used. Okay. Dress. Okay. You find in Gandhara art the Buddha seen with a overgarment covering his left shoulder with foldings. Otherwise you call it as draping, D-R-A-P. Foldings or draping. Long coat, long stretched cloth, not coat, cloth, covering his left shoulder. This long cloth covering his left shoulder, we call it as Italian tongo, T-O-N-G-O, tongo. Right? I don't know how many of you have seen at least the images of Greek philosophers. Generally Greek philosophers are seen with a overgarment covering the left shoulder, okay, with foldings. Okay. That is called Italian tongo. This is Roman. Romans also had the tradition of wearing wreath, W-R-E-A-T-H, wreath. Okay. It's like a crown with flowers, crown. Okay. Angels carrying the wreath. That's what you see in Gandhara art. Buddha is decked with wreath. That is what tradition? It is Roman tradition. Similarly, big jars you find. These jars and pots that belong to Rome. They molded the jars and pots as per the Roman tradition. These are all Roman elements in the Gandhara art. It's Greco-Roman. The Buddha's statues were made of gray and blue sandstone. Gray and blue sandstone, the material used. Stucco, it's a type of clay. They also use stucco to make the image. Right. When Kushans came to power, you remember, Kanishk, the greatest of Kushans, converted into Buddhism by Parshva. Fourth Buddhist Council was held. In Fourth Buddhist Council, Mahayana, Hinayana Buddhism, they were formed. Buddhism divided for the second time. You remember the concept Bodhisattva in Mahayana Buddhism? So in the Gandhara art, you see the images of Bodhisattvas. These images of the Bodhisattvas, they entered from 1st century AD. Before that, there's no image of Bodhisattva because there's no Mahayana Buddhism as such. Right? In the Gandhara art, we also see the Kushan dress practices. Kushans wear long coats, C-O-A-T, coat, long coat, trouser, and leather shoes. These are dress practices of the Kushans. In the Gandhara art, we also see these practices entering. Okay. Right. Gandhara art reflected Kushan dress practices and their dress customs and traditions. Classic example for Gandhara art is the gigantic Buddha statues at Bamiyan in Afghanistan. Very huge Buddha statues, fantastic statues. Unfortunately, all these statues were destroyed by Taliban fellows. Great loss for the mankind, my dear. Don't ever support the theory that one must demolish the structure. Nahi. They are heritage. Whether it is good purpose or bad purpose, let it be there. Understand? Future shall know. Okay. I am a Hindu. Okay. For me, it's not right to destroy a structure that belongs to the other community. Understand? That's a loss for the future generation. Today, if I wanted to show you Bamiyan Buddha statue, where can I do it? I can only show you in the photograph. Dekho, yehi Bamiyan Buddha statue. Okay. Taliban fellows destroyed them. This is Gandhara School of Art. Are you clear? Gandhara School of Art. You have Mathura School of Art. Mathura School of Art developed in Mathura, UP as the main center. This art was developed by Shunga dynasty. The last of Mauryas, Brihadrat, King Brihadrat, he was killed by his own chief commander, Pushyamitra Shunga. Shunga killed him. Pushyamitra founded Shunga dynasty. Shungas were Brahmins. They developed this art, Mathura School of Art. It's that they were Brahmins. This art is quite conservative art. It had not accepted any foreign influence. Brahmins never accept any foreign culture. Understand? Mathura art entirely native, indigenous, folk art, F-O-L-K, folk. Local traditions. They follow local tradition. In this art, you see the Buddha. See, the very interesting aspect is, they are Brahmins. So not only Buddhist, Jain and Brahmanical themes also entered into Mathura School of Art. In other words, they not only made the images of Buddha, they also made the images of Tirthankars, Jain Tirthankars. In Brahmanism, you have celestial bodies. They are not actually divine. They are celestial bodies. Celestial bodies like Gandharvas, Yaksha, Kinnera, Naga, Nagini. These idols also being built in Mathura art. In Mathura art. It's not only Buddhist. It is Jain and Hindu. Jain and Brahmanical. The differences, these are differences. Gandhara only Buddhist. Okay. This is not only Buddhist, Jain and Brahmanical. Secondly, in the Gandhara art, you find the Buddha majestic, well-developed chest, masculine body. In Mathura art, you see the Buddha thin body. Body generally is thin, not so masculine. In the Gandhara art, you see Buddha with mustache and beard also. Very serious philosopher. Okay. Serious and sad also. His face doesn't look cheerful. Okay. He's melancholic. Okay. Deeply engrossed in thinking. Very serious thinker. Sad, looks-wise, he is very sad. Are you understanding? Whereas in Mathura art, he is very pleasant, smiling. See the difference? Okay. In Mathura art, you also see the Buddha. Buddha in sitting posture. Sitting posture with Abhaya Mudra, raised below the shoulder. Abhaya Mudra. Below the shoulder. It's above the shoulder. above the shoulder, raising the hand. Abhaya mudra. This mudra is Abhaya. Don't worry, I'm there. I'll take care. That's called Abhaya. Abhaya mudra. Okay. One unique aspect in the Madras School of Art is wisdom wheel behind the head of the Buddha. Gyan chakra. Wisdom wheel. Did you ever see Buddha statue with a wheel behind the head? That is called Gyan chakra. Understand? We have also wheel behind our head, not Gyan chakra, because we are immature fellows. Understand? We have a wheel of our own personality. This is called aura. Behind the head of every individual, you can see an aura. Dreaded criminal, violent, temperament-wise, red light. You understand? Very cool-tempered, very, very subtle, very much submissive, white. Okay. Highly intellectual, advanced, philosophical, yellow light, you see. Okay. This is scientifically proven. With powerful cameras, Kirlan cameras, if you observe a person's head, there you can see the aura behind the head. Buddha is seen with Gyan Chakra, wisdom wheel, in Mathura School of Art. This is the unique aspect. Sir, even in Gandhara art also I have seen Buddha with wisdom wheel behind the head. That entered into Gandhara art much later. It's the influence of Mathura art and Gandhara art. Are you clear? It's not actually part of Gandhara art. It's because of the result of the influence of Mathura art. Gandhara art, I told you, material used, grey and blue sandstones. Mathura art, red sandstone. Right. This is Mathura art. Go to Amaravati, it's entirely different. The most beautiful art. The most beautiful of the three art forms, Amaravati. Where is Amaravati, my dear? Andhra Pradesh. One gentleman at 1:43 in the night, he texted me a message. You have not told Amaravati. अरे कितना बार बोलना है? Night at 1:45. अमरावती नहीं बोला तुम्हें. अमरावती नहीं बोला. कितना बार बोलना? देखो नोट्स में है क्या? फिर अरे देखो भाई, पहले नहीं देखते, कुछ नहीं करते. क्वेश्चन नंबर है ना, पूछो उनको क्वेश्चन. Another person asking, where is the evidence? Evidence there. What am I looking like here? Evidence there. मैंने तो मैं जाना है क्या उधर? वेदास उपनिषद पूरा पढ़ के आपको एविडेंस देना. देखो इधर है, उधर देखो. पहले देखो नोट्स में क्या लिखा है, मैं क्या पढ़ाया मैं. You know patience also. Amravati, you have not taught us Amravati. Question आया उसमें. What all we explain, there's so much I can explain, but I can't dictate everything. I'm time constrained. I have taken 12 sessions. I have not completed the first part of ancient India. I know the problem. You want spelling for every word. Half of my time being wasted on spellings only. Dictation there. One girl, I said, no dictation. She said immediately, dictate. Online girl, online student. Dictate. Then I said, okay, I can be dictator to you. You want me to be a dictator? I want to be. Dictation. If I dictate for 45 minutes, break there. Break. Concept explain karo 40 minutes. Concentration nahi. Dictation there. I don't know how to understand. Really, I am very much worried about your state of mind. Get the point? Everywhere it is like that. Patience nahi. Okay. Words not familiar with, concepts not familiar with, language very poor. Okay. How to get into IAS? We are telling, please understand. If not, you first try to figure out what is what on your own. Even then come to me. It's not that I am sitting before you, you can ask everything, right? First you try. Right. Amaravati School of Art, it's entirely different. The most beautiful of the three art forms. Okay. It's not that I come from Andhra Pradesh, Amaravati, I am blowing my trumpet, my School of Art is the most beautiful. Aisa nahi. It is the most beautiful art. Why you say it's the most beautiful art? In Gandhara School of Art, you see the Buddha as either philosopher, Greek warrior, or Apollos. In the Mathura art, you see the Buddha in meditative posture. In Amaravati School of Art, all the major events in the life of the Buddha are beautifully being depicted. Beautiful, because wide range of, themes are there. Not only philosopher, all major events. It's beautiful because material used is costly white marble. White marble is very costly. On that costly white marble slabs, you see the themes of Buddha depicted. Very beautifully. That's why the art is beautiful. Decorative, because extensive use of flowers. Buddha decorated with flowers and creepers. That's why the art is decorative. Art is expressive. Okay. Amaravati craftsmen, artists, they excelled in the art of depicting inner emotions. Inner emotions. The moment you see the statue, you can say, that is the statue of so-and-so. Okay. One woman holding the boy in her arms, okay, child, not boy even, child in her arms, and in another hand holding the hand of a girl. Her head bowed down with total despair. Okay. Who is this? Okay. Yashodhara. The most unfortunate lady in the history of Buddhism, Yashodhara. Okay. Great souls born in the family, they would create pain in the family. Are you understanding? You Buddha, you left home without informing Yashodhara. Morning when she got up, she found her husband nowhere. How to bring up these two? Right? It's irresponsibility. Are you understanding? You may give any justification. Suddenly if I declare myself that I am sannyas, my wife will beat me like anything. You understand? You fellow, what for you married me? Huh? You are a sannyas. Huh? Responsibility is to fulfill first. Okay. This lady is Yashodhara. Okay. Without second thought, you can say. Amaravati artists are too good in depicting inner emotions. Symbolic expressions. Okay. In Amaravati art, you see 2 feet. Only 2 feet. That is the feet of Buddha Bhagavan. He arrived at your home. Okay. At the entrance of your home, you see 2 feet. That means Buddha entered into your house. In Krishnastami or Janmashtami, in North India also I think you perform Krishnastami. Then you see the footprints of a small boy you depict entering into your house. These footprints are the footprints of Krishna, small boy, Krishna, entering into your house. You borrowed this concept, footprints, from Amaravati School of Art. Okay. Purna Kumbha, today's Andhra Pradesh government's emblem, Andhra Pradesh government's sign, Purna Kumbha, basket full of grain, a symbol for prosperity and wealth. In my village, I have a very old house, oldest house in my village, oldest house. I said nothing, I will not damage it, I will not demolish it, I will not go for, development and all that. That shall remain like that only. I got it from my great ancestors. At the entrance of my house, you see the Purna Kumbha. Okay. At the threshold, we have Purna Kumbha sign. That means no dearth of prosperity and wealth in our house. This is a symbolic expression. Andhra Pradesh, sugar bowl, rice bowl of India. No dearth of rice. Rice means that is Saubhagya for us. These symbolic expressions you find in Amaravati art. Above all, most important thing is Amaravati art had become the basis for Hindu temple art and architecture. What is this? Direct question in UPSC. How Buddhist art and architecture had become the basis for Hindu temple art and architecture? Discuss. Can you find answer for this question in any study materials? Dekho. Okay. Nahin. How Buddhist art and architecture became the basis for Hindu temple architecture? You mean Hindu temples were built on the basis of Buddhist architecture, Buddhist art forms? Yes, my dear. Okay. I told you mudra, Abhaya mudra. This is what the mudra you see in every Hindu god and goddesses. These mudras first you find in Buddhist art. Same mudras given for Hindu gods and goddesses. How you say Amaravati art had become the basis for Hindu temple architecture and art? I'll tell you, very interesting. Amaravati art developed from Shatavahana times. Shatavahanas ruled Andhra Pradesh for 400 years. Shatavahanas were replaced by Ikshvaku dynasty. They ruled Nagarjuna Sagar. Class, please remember this very important statement. Ikshvakus were the first to construct temples in India. Arey sir, what is this? Pandavas constructed that temple, Ram constructed this temple. मेरा पंडित जी ऐसा बोला है. पंडित जी तो बोलता है. I am not criticizing pandits. Got the point? Wherever you go, they say, Pandavas constructed this temple. हैं क्या temples Vedic age में? Okay. Evidence चाहिए. History goes with evidence. Evidence tells us there may have been temples, but there is no concrete evidence for temple. Devagriha, the place where the god stays. Devagrihas are mentioned in Vedic literature. But there are no temples there. Okay. No evidence for temples. My dear, first temples in Indian history, they appeared at Nagarjuna Sagar by Ikshvakus, 2nd century AD. Ikshvakus constructed Pushpabhadra, Ashtabhuja, Kartikeya, Navagraha and Hariti, temple for Hariti. To my pleasant surprise, I found a question on Hariti. Hariti is goddesses for what? That is the question in civil service. Hariti, goddesses for protecting children. newly born babies, protecting children. For that there is one goddess in Vedic religion, Hariti. For her sake, you constructed a temple. These temples are the first and the earliest temples in Indian history. Are you clear? No temples before 2nd century AD. Guptas, yes my dear, Guptas were the first to construct temples in North India. North India from 3rd, 4th centuries. They are not the first in the Indian history. Are you understanding what I am telling? Now come to the point. Ikshvakus, when they constructed the temples, these temples, they had to employ the architects and sculptors. Who are the most qualified architects and the sculptors? Amravati. Amravati, Buddhist architects. Amravati, sculptors. From Nagarjuna Sagar to Amravati, just a matter of 60 kilometers or less than that. Ikshvakus employed Amravati architects, Amravati sculptors in the construction of their temples. When you employ a sculptor, architect, in the construction of your temple, he follows his own traditions. Are you understanding? When I could make a very beautiful image of the Buddha, is it difficult for me make a beautiful image of Vishnu Bhagavan or Shiva? Not difficult. So who were the ones that made the early, Hindu gods and goddesses images? The Buddhists. Okay. That way it is said, Hindu temple art and architecture, the result of Buddhist art and architecture. What all the symbols you see in Buddhism? I told you elephant is the sign for the birth of Buddha. Lotus is the sign for the birth of Buddha. Don't you see elephant and lotus in Hindu temple architecture? In Hindu temples also we see. Right? I told you Ayukastamba for the stupa. That Ayukastamba in stupa, it became the basis for Dvajastambha in Hindu temple. I told you, top portion of stupa you have square platform, Harmika. That Harmika became the basis for Amalaka in Nagara style of architecture. When I go to Nagara style, I will tell you. Understand? You have the picture in your mind, stupa, chaitya, vihars. Chaityas are what? Chaityas are prayer halls. Vihars, the place where the monks stay. Stupa, sacred structure. Now apply yourself and tell me, of these three, which would have become the basis for Hindu temple? Chaityas. Chaityas are prayer halls. I told you in the prayer halls you will have Garbhagriha. Same Garbhagriha in Hindu temple. Sanctum Sanctorum. Inside the Garbhagriha you have Vedika. On that Vedika you install the Buddha's image. Right? Now Buddha's image nikalo. Shivalinga. Bas, ho gaya Shiva temple. Most of the Shaiva temples, my dear, in South India, they were actually been Buddhist. Brahmins attacking these Shaiva temples, converting them into Buddhist temples. Brahmins attacking Buddhist temples, converting into Shaiva temples. Are you understanding? In the Babri Masjid dispute, you have given the land for Hindus, happy. Hindus constructed a temple, Ram temple. Agreed. You have evidence for that and Supreme Court judgment I am not questioning. Now I want to file a case. I am a Buddhist. Are you understanding? My Buddhist vihars and stupas were being converted into Shaiva temples. Can you give me back? Amaravati actually is a Buddhist sign. Today you don't see in Amaravati Buddhism at all. You will only see Amaravati Ishvara, Shiva. Hope you are understanding. My, what I'm trying to tell you is the Buddhist art and architecture definitely influenced the Hindu temple art and architecture. That's what I'm conveying. Clear? Take a note. Give a subheading: Buddhist art. Buddhist art. It developed under Buddhist art developed under three different schools. Three different schools. Gandhara, 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 Mathura, Mathura, and Amravati. Gandhara, Mathura, and Amravati. Full stop. Now give the subheading: Gandhara School of Art. Gandhara School of Art. It developed in present Afghanistan and Pakistan. Gandhara School of Art developed in present Afghanistan and Pakistan with its main centers Kandahar, Kandhar, Kandahar, Peshawar, 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 and Sialkot, Sialkot, and Sialkot, Shakala, otherwise, Sialkot, Shakala, full stop. Next paragraph. It was developed by Gandhara art, developed by Indo-Greeks, and reached its perfection highest stage under Kushanas, 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 full stop. Next paragraph. It was Greco-Roman art. It was Greco, Greeko, Greco-Roman, Roman, Greco-Roman art with the theme Indian, theme Indian, full stop. It's as much Greco as Roman. Gandhara art as much Greco as Roman. Underline this statement. This is the question in UPSC mains. Gandhara art as much Greco as Roman. Full stop. Next paragraph. In the art, the Greek elements were physic-wise, Buddha looks like a Greek warrior Greek warrior, comma, Greek philosopher, and as Greek god, Apollos, Appolous, Apollos, full stop. The Buddha is seen like the Greeks with masculine body, with well-developed body, masculine body or well-developed body, comma, broad shoulders, comma, square face, wide opened eyes, comma, elongated, elongated, elongated ears, ears, sharp nose, comma, thin lips, lips, and thick curled hair touching the shoulders. Next paragraph. In some of the images, we find Buddha in standing posture, looking like a philosopher, with raised fingers, R-A-I-S-E-D, raised finger. This is the mudra, Adeshik mudra we call it as. Raised fingers, full stop. Fingers, full stop. In other images, we find him like Greek god Apollos. Appolous. Full stop. Next paragraph. The Roman elements in the art, Roman, R-O-M-A-N, Roman elements in the art are the Buddha's dress and object, O-B-J-E-C-T, and the objects, full stop. Buddha is seen with a long cloth covering his left shoulder, with foldings with folding, F-O-L-D, foldings, or draping, D-R-A-P-E-I-N-G, or draping, the cloth called, the long cloth called Italian tongo, T-O-N-G-O, full stop. The Buddha also seen decked with D-E-C-K, decoration. Buddha is also seen decked with wreath, W-R-E-A-T-H, wreath, a practice of the Romans. A practice of the Roman, R-O-M-A, Romans, full stop. The pots, P-O-T, pots and jars, P-O-T, pots, J-A-R, jars. Okay. Look like that of Italian. Look like that of Italian. Full stop. Next paragraph. With Mahayana Buddhism, the concept bodhisattva appeared and from 1st century AD under Kushans, K-U-S-H-A-N-S, Kushanas or Kushans, it entered into Gandhara art. Bodhisattvas, it entered into Gandhara art. Full stop. Same paragraph. Secondly, S-E-C-O-N-D-L-Y. Secondly, Kushan dress practices. Kushan dress practices like wearing, W-E-A-R-I-N-G, wearing long coats, C-O-A-T, long coats, trousers, and leather shoes, all entered into Gandhara art. All entered into Gandhara art. Full stop. Next paragraph. Blue and grey sandstones, and stucco, S-T-U-C-C-O, stucco. It's a type of clay. Blue and grey sandstone, S-A-N-D, sandstones and stucco were the materials used. For making the images, for making the idols of the Buddha. Full stop. classic example for the art is classic example for the art is not is, was, now there is no more. Right? Classic example for the art was the gigantic Buddha statues, gigantic, massive, big Buddha statues, gigantic Buddha statues called Bamiyan Buddha statues, called Bamiyan, B-A-M-I-Y-A-N, Bamiyan Buddha statues, underline Bamiyan Buddha statues, destroyed by Talibans, right, full stop. That's enough on Gandhara art. Right. There you also add one more point before this. Before Kushan's paragraph, before Kushan's, you please add one more point. Buddha also seen, before Kushan's, you please add one more point. Buddha also seen, okay, with beard and mustache. With beard and mustache, looking like a serious philosopher. Looking like a serious philosopher. Full stop. Where did you add this point? Before the Kushans, before the paragraph, Kushans. Fine. That's the context. Now give the subheading, Mathura School of Art. Mathura, M-A-T-H-U-R-A. Mathura School of Art, developed in UP. It developed in Uttar Pradesh, with Mathura as its main center. With Mathura as its main center. The art was developed by Mathura art developed by the Shunga dynasty, S-U-N-G-A. Shunga dynasty. Full stop. Next paragraph. Shungas being Brahmins, the art is completely native. Mathura art is completely native, N-A-T-I-V, native, free from foreign influence. Native, free from foreign influence. Full stop. In other words, it is a folk art, F-O-L-K, folk art. Full stop. Next paragraph. Unlike Gandhara art, I am giving a comparative study. Unlike Gandhara art, Mathura art is not only Buddhist. Mathura art is not only Buddhist, but also Brahmanical, and Jain, J-A-I-N, and Jain in its theme. We find 24, we find the images of Tirthankars. We find the images of Jain Tirthankars. Tirthankar, T-H-E-E-R, T-H-A-N-K-A-R. We find Jain Tirthankars, images of Jain Tirthankars, and Brahmanical celestial bodies like Gandharvas, like Gandharva, Gandharvas, like Gandharvas, Yakshas, Nagas, and Naginis. Yakshas, Gandharvas, Nagas, and Naginis. Full stop. Next paragraph. And what's the question? What is Nagini? I know. You are about to ask that only. Nagini, that's all. The feminine form of Naga. Okay, Nagini. Fine. Next part. Okay. Next paragraph. Unlike the Gandhara art, in which Buddha is seen, as a serious philosopher, in the Mathura art he appears quite pleasant. Full stop. The unique aspect of the art is unique, U-N-I-Q-E. Unique aspect of the Mathura art is Buddha is seen with raising his right hand above the shoulder, raising, R-A-I-S-I-N-G, raising his right hand above the shoulder with Abhaya Mudra, with Abhaya, guarantee. Abhaya, Bhaya means fear. Don't worry. Abhaya, no fear. Abhaya Mudra, and with a Gyan Chakra, and with Gyan, G-Y-A-N, Gyan Chakra, within brackets, wisdom wheel, with Abhay Mudra and Gyan Chakra, within brackets, wisdom wheel, behind the head. Behind the head. Full stop. Next, material used. Material used was red sandstone. RED, red sandstone. Full stop. Right. Now give the subheading Amaravati School of Art. Third one, Amaravati School of Art. It developed in Andhra Pradesh, in AP, with its main center Amaravati. With its main center Amaravati. It started with Satavahanas, dynasty called Satavahanas. It started with Satavahanas and reached its highest stage under Ikshvakus. Under Ikshvakus. Full stop. Next paragraph. It's the most beautiful Amaravati art. It is the most beautiful, decorative and expressive of the three art forms. Most beautiful, decorative and expressive of the three art forms. Full stop. Beautiful. Next paragraph. It was beautiful for the reasons that all the major events in the life of the Buddha, all major events in the life of the Buddha are beautifully being depicted. Are beautifully been depicted. Secondly, same paragraph. Secondly, the material used is costly, cost-wise very high, costly white marble stone slabs, white marble slabs, naturally, white marble slabs, naturally making the art look beautiful. Naturally making the art look beautiful. Full stop. Naturally making the art look beautiful. Next paragraph. It's highly decorative. It is highly decorative in the sense that Buddha is found decorated. Buddha is found decorated with flowers and creepers. Buddha is found decorated with flower and creeper, C-R-E-E-P-E-R, creepers. Next. Amaravati craftsmen, Amaravati sculptors are artists. Amaravati sculptors are artists. Excelled in the art of E-X-E-L-L-E-D, excelled in the art of depicting the inner emotions. Depicting the inner emotions. That way the art is lively. That way the art is lively. L-I-V-E-L-Y. Lively. Jivakala. Full stop. Next paragraph. It is equally known for Amaravati art, equally known for beautiful symbolic expressions, such as the feet of the Buddha, F-E-E-T, feet of the Buddha, and the sign Purnakumbha. Purnakumbha, underline Purnakumbha, within brackets, basket full of grain, basket full of grain, G-R-A-I-N, grain, comma, sign of prosperity, S-I-G-N, sign of prosperity and wealth. Brackets close. It had become the emblem. Purnakumbha had become the emblem, E-M-B-L-A-M, royal sign, emblem of the government of AP, government of Andhra Pradesh. Full stop. Next paragraph. The historic importance of Amaravati's art is it had become the basis. It had become the basis for, very important statement, it had become the basis for Hindu temple art and architecture. Hindu temple art and architecture. Full stop. Same paragraph, continue this. Ikshvaku, I-K-S-H-V-A-K. Ikshvakus were the first to construct temples. First to construct temples in Nagarjuna Sagar. First to construct temples in, add one thing, first to construct temples in Indian history at Nagarjuna Sagar. That's the right way. First to construct temples in Indian history. They are the first to construct temples in Indian history at Nagarjuna Sagar. Full stop. In the construction of the temples, they employed the Amaravati architects and the sculptors. Amaravati architects and the sculptors who were Buddhists. Full stop. Thus, Buddhist signs and symbols, Buddhist sign, S-I-G-N, signs and symbols such as elephant, lotus, and Abhaya Mudra, Abhaya, A-B-H-A-Y, Abhaya Mudra, and Varada Mudra, Varada, V-A-R-A-D, Varada Mudra, all they entered into Hindu temple art and architecture. Fine. Put a full stop there. Are you clear? Are you clear, my dear? Very important. Okay. How this led to Hindu temple art architecture, I will circulate a note. Immediately after the class, I will circulate a note to you people. Signs of Buddhism, how these signs, I just mentioned only 2-3 signs. Signs and symbols, what are the Buddhist signs and symbols, how they entered into Hindu temple art architecture. I will circulate separate note. Because that's a question given once. Right. Now the last part here is Buddhist literature. When it comes to Buddhist literature, you know Pali, official language of the Buddha. He accepted only Pali. Prakrit, not Sanskrit. That's why all Buddhist texts were written in Pali only, particularly religious texts. If they are religious texts, you use the word canonical. Canonical means religious text. The 3 Pitakas, Sutta, Vinaya, Abhidhamma, they come under canonical literature. They were written in Pali language. Milindapana, great Indo-Greek Menander, converted into Buddhism by Nagasena. Dialogue between the two is the theme called Milindapana. I have dictated it already. That's the most important non-canonical text. That means non-religious Buddhist text, canonical text. Up to 1st century AD, you have only Pali as the language. In 1st century AD, Buddhism divided into Mahayana and Hinayana. With that, Sanskrit entered. In Sanskrit language, you remember I told you Mahayanis accept Sanskrit because most of the Mahayanis were Brahmins. Right? They accept Sanskrit. In Sanskrit literature of Buddhism, the first scholar, first to begin with, Ashwaghosh. Ashwaghosh, question in UPSC, who was a very good short storyteller, great dramatist, excellent poet cum singer. It was Ashwaghosh. Ashwaghosh going around the places, singing the glory of Buddha. Okay. Ashwagosha wrote Buddha Charitra, first kavya in Sanskrit literature. Okay. If someone asks a question, what is first kavya in Sanskrit literature? You tend to give the answers. Ramayana. Because some people say Ramayana, Adi kavya, first kavya. Okay. I told you, strictly speaking, Ramayana is not a kavya. Ramayana is itihas. Are you understanding? I told you Mahabharata, Ramayana and Bhagavat, they are itihasas. Vyas Bhagavan and Valmiki, they had seen before their eyes. What they had seen before their eyes, they are writing it. They are mentioning it. They are composing it. When I see an incident happening before me, and I am also a character in that, and I am narrating the incident, then it is itihas, what I have seen. Itihas, I have seen iti. Iti means this. I have seen it before my eyes. That is the meaning. So Ramayana, Mahabharata and Bhagavat, they are itihasas, not kavyas. Then what is kavya? Kavya means it should go with 24 types of description. Varnana. Okay. Astadasha. I'm sorry, not 24. 18 types of descriptions. 18 types. Asta means 8. Dasha means 10. 18 types of description. Then it is called kavya. That way, Ashwagosha's Buddha Charitra, it is the first kavya in Sanskrit literature. Very, very important. Remember this. Ashwagosha also wrote Sariputra Prakarana, Sundara Nandana, with another great Buddhist scholar, Parshva. He wrote a commentary, Mahavibhashya, on Buddhist philosophy. Okay. Ashwaghosh, first dramatist. First drama in Sanskrit literature, Sariputra Prakarana, written by Ashwaghosh. Sariputra, a very rich merchant. Sariputra converted into Buddhism. How he was converted into Buddhism? That is the theme. This is drama. You know dramas? Nahi malum hai? Whatever you ask. ड्रामा दिखा नहीं है. Then Ashwagosha's Sariputra Prakarana is the first drama in Sanskrit literature. How Sariputra was converted into Buddhism. Look at the genius of Ashwaghosh. Going around the places singing the glory of God, Buddha, he went up to Khotan in Central Asia. That's where you found this drama. What the drama he had written, you had come across this copy of drama at Khotan in Central Asia. That's why I dictated a statement. Ashwaghosh and Kanishk, they made Buddhism popular in Central Asia. These religions, where are these religions? Islam or Zoroastrianism, nothing. They are all actually Hindu only. Okay. Next to Ashwaghosh, you have Acharya Nagarjuna. I told you already, no one could match the intellectual caliber of Nagarjuna, the greatest scholar in Buddhism. Okay. Acharya Nagarjuna, greatest scholar, wrote as many as 26 commentaries on Buddhism. 26 commentaries. Okay. Acharya Nagarjuna wrote, number 1, Madhyamika Siddhanta, Madhyamika Sutralankara, Saddharma Pundarika. You remember Nagarjuna founded Mahayana Buddhism. On what basis he founded Mahayana Buddhism? He founded Mahayana Buddhism on the basis of Saddharma Pundarika. Are you understanding? Sruhullekha. Lekha means letter. Nagarjuna writing a letter to Yagnasri. Yagnasri Shatakarni, king of Amaravati. You Yagnasri, better you know how to run the administration. Okay. In India, principles of administration, highly developed principles. Dasarath asked 10 times the people, he asked 10 times. Is Ram qualified? My son. Don't say that he is my son, that's why he is qualified. No. Give me honest opinion. Is he qualified? Is he qualified? Okay. Today our chief ministers, you know, they reserve the place even for their grandchildren. Yesterday I happened to listen to one of the greatest personalities I have I have happened, and you know, my family is quite familiar with him. Okay. Prakash. In your freedom struggle also you have come across. T. Prakash. Okay. Last days, man had no bananas to buy. Chief Minister. Okay. People asked him, why you cover your left shoulder always with that cloth, not towel. If I remove the towel, then you can see the stitches. Okay. I'm representing Andhra, Chief Minister. Never used his government vehicle even. Such an honest person. Can you ever think this to happen to any Chief Minister? His grandson begging in the street. Poor fellow. Okay. In Indian system of administration, you have principles very clearly laid down. Okay. Right. Coming to Nagarjuna, he wrote a letter to Yagnasri Shatakarni, king of Amaravati, his close friend. That is Sruhullekha, Lekha with good will. Okay. Nagarjuna, a versatile genius. Nagarjuna in chemistry. Look at this man. His mastery in subject chemistry. Acharya Nagarjuna wrote Rasaratnakara, a text on chemical properties. Chemist, Rasaratnakara. In medicine, Nagarjuna wrote Arogya Manjari. Medicine. Even today, you have a system of Ayurvedic medicine. Siddha Nagarjuna medicine. Understand? Acharya Nagarjuna into physics, subject physics. Can you believe it, my dear? He founded a philosophy. Philosophy, Sunyavada, very important. Sunyavada, theory of nothingness, wideness. Everything what we see is not permanent. Okay. Its nature is not that, and its nature is not going to be that. So if you look at it and say, this is what, actually it was not like that earlier. And it's not going to be like that tomorrow. Okay. What we see is not real. Are you understanding? You people are all in the classroom, sitting and listening to me. Are we static? No. We are moving with tremendous speed. You know, Earth is rotating with great speed. The speed between you and I is just the same. We feel we are static. The reality is different. Standing before the sea, I say sea is full of waves. I am totally wrong. Sea is not full of waves. When you go deep into the sea, there is no wave at all. Okay. Looking into the mirror, I may say, I am very handsome. Reality is different. You got the point. Your indriyas cheat you, deceive you. Reality is different. While explaining Sunyavada, quantum physics, okay, you know Einstein's quote, matter cannot be created and destroyed. Acharya had come very close to that. That's why you call Nagarjuna Einstein of India. Are you understanding? You may excuse me, my dear, I will go to the extent to say that all the standards and the trends were set first by the Indian. You call Nagarjuna Einstein of India. Germans won't call Einstein Nagarjuna of Germany. Are you understanding? Even before Newton, it was Brahmagupta who declared Earth has gravitational pull. Not Newton, Brahmagupta. Okay. Artha Shastra, finance. How to manage your finance. Kautilya, political philosopher. You call Kautilya Machiavelli of India. Italians, they don't call, Machiavelli Kautilya of Italy. Huh? Samudra, he made Ranashastra and Ranatantra a science. How to go for war. It's a science. You have sword in your hand, you should not go everyone killing. Understand? You should show sword and terrify some. Are dekho, maar dega. Some you have to inflict injury. Take care of the fellow. Get him admitted. Take care. He will be of some use to you tomorrow. For some, no mercy. Kill him outrightly. Dharma differs from place to place and person to person. This is Shastra. Understand? Napoleon followed the same. Understand? You call him. We call Samudra Indian Napoleon. French, they don't call Napoleon Samudragupta France. Right? Because you see, all our textbooks were written by English. They injected into our mind and blood a slave mentality. They never accept our standards. Actually, we are the ones who said the things. Right? So Nagarjuna, greatest undoubtedly. Okay. Acharya Nagarjuna. First Buddhist university, remember? Founded by Nagarjuna at Sri Parvat. That is Nagarjuna Sagar. Okay. His disciples, Maitreyanada, he founded Vijnanavada school, no less. Very brilliant scholars. Another disciple, Arya Sangha, Arya Sangha, he founded Yogacara philosophy. Vasubandhu, great scholar Vasubandhu. Samudra, in spite of his dislike for Buddhism, he made Vasubandhu as a teacher for his son, Chandragupta too. Vasubandhu, Buddhist scholar, he wrote Abhidhamma Kosha. Kosha means dictionary. Amara Simhas, Amara Kosha, first dictionary in Sanskrit language. Right. Vasubandhu wrote Abhidhamma Kosha, first dictionary on Buddhist philosophy. great scholars in Sanskrit language. Dharmakirti, Dignaga were the other great scholars. In Buddhist Sanskrit literature, you have a new trend started. That new trend is what is called Avadhana literature. What is Avadhana literature? Very important. If you remember, I told you, Buddhist monks take rest during rainy season. When you are taking rest, how to make your time more productive? Make your time productive. So listen to the stories. Stories of either the great monk or great nun. Are you clear? When holidays are given, we go for our personal library, take some good book of our choice, we start reading. Okay. That's one way to make time productive. Okay. If you are telling about the story of a great monk, Buddhist monk, then it is called Thera Gada. Gada means a story. Thera, highly respected monk. You recite it, you sing it. Instead of telling it, you sing it. Then it is Theragada. If it is the story of a great nun, Buddhist nun, then it is Therigada. Whether it is Thera or Theri, it comes under Avadhana literature. Right. Next you have Jataka stories. Jataka. What are these Jataka stories? You remember Bodhisattva concept? Bodhisattva. He had taken human form. How many times? 24 times. Buddha before being born. 24 times. Bodhisattvas. Manushi Buddha. Okay. We have nearly 547 stories written. Sanskrit, in Sanskrit language. So Jataka stories on Bodhisattvas. How many? Nearly 547. All these Jataka stories were made part of Sutta Pitaka. S-U-T-T-A, Sutta. You remember? Sutta, Vinaya, Abhidhamma. Whereas Sutta Pitaka written in Pali. In Pali. In Sutta Pitaka, you have 5 chapters. Chapters called Nikaya. Anguttara Nikaya, Lokottara Nikaya, Madhyama Nikaya, Kuddhaka Nikaya, like that. Nikaya means chapter. Jataka stories are part of Kuddhaka Nikaya. Kuddhaka Nikaya, in turn, part of Sutta Pitaka. Are you clear? In Sutta Pitaka, how many chapters? 5 chapters. One of the chapter called Kuddha, Kuddhaka Nikaya. There you see Jataka stories. You may ask me, sir, Jataka stories can be kept as a separate branch. Why they made it part of Sutta Pitaka? Sutta Pitaka is sacred. Are you understanding? It is scripture. What are the 3 sacred texts? Pitakas, Sutta, Vinaya and Pitaka. They are sacred. So for these Jataka stories also, to sanctify them, to give them sacred, aspect, you make it part of Sutta Pitaka. Just like I told you, okay, so many slokas were added to Mahabharata and Ramayana. Interpolations. Right? Sutta Pitaka, Jataka stories. These are all Buddhist literature. Right? I have given you a synopsis. So I don't want you to dictate on this. Clear, my dear? Go for your break. After the break, I will discuss Jainism. Is it time for break? Go for break. Right. Having completed Buddhism, We have to deal with Jainism and Brahmanism. When it comes to Jainism, I already told you at the very outset of the topic, Jainism much older than that of Buddhism. You have Jain sacred literature called Anusruti. Anu, always. Jains recite it. Sacred literature. It says that in Jainism, we have 24 Tirthankars. Tirthankar, a guide to salvation. 24 Tirthankars. The first of the Tirthankars, Rishabhnath, otherwise called Adinath. Being the first, you call him Adinath also. I told you Tirthankar Rishabh mentioned in Rig Veda. That means Jainism as old as that of Rig Veda. Rishabh, king of Bodhan. Bodhan in today's Pothan in today's Bodhan in Telangana. You mean origins of Jainism go to the area Telangana? Yes. State of Telangana. Rishabh had 2 sons and 1 daughter. Bahubali and Bharat. These are sons. Daughter Brahmi. Brahmi, she gave us the script. The script you and I are writing. Left to right, left to right. This is Brahmi. If you write it from right to left, then it is called Kharosti. 2 scripts in India. One is Brahmi, the other one is Kharosti. It is that she developed this script, Brahmi. It's given the name, her name itself, Brahmi script. Daughter of Rishabh. A fight between Bahubali and Bharat for the sake of throne. Who shall be the next king? Fight. Bharat was beaten very badly by Bahubali. Bharat fallen fainted. When he looked at his brother, fallen fainted, there was tremendous transformation in Bahubali. Arey, what for you have beaten your brother so badly? For the sake of throne? Beaten him so badly? There's great transformation in Bahubali. Bahubali renounced his throne. His claims for throne goes to Shravana-Bellagola. That's where he spent his rest of life as a monk. Understand? All of you must see this statue. Bahubali statue. Gomadeshwara statue at Shravana-Bellagola. If not, at least see it in the net. Are a fantastic statue, my dear. Bahubali naked in the standing posture with lot, renunciation in his face. This is the biggest granite statue. I am not telling world's biggest statue. Granite statue. Granite. It took 12 years to make this statue. Understand? Bahubali statue. Gigantic, massive statue. You have to see it like this. Understand? In Jainism, after Rishabh, you have Semi, Arishtanemi, Malinath, Parshvanath. These are all other great Tirthankars. Tirthankar, I told you, guide to salvation. He had gone to a stage of highest knowledge. There is nothing beyond that knowledge. They are Paramagurus. Understand? Malinath, gender is disputed. Whether he is male or female is a big controversy. A section of Jain monks believe that feminine gender. Malinath, a female Tirthankar. For some, no, he is male Tirthankar. There's controversy about it. Then 23rd Tirthankar, Parshvanath. Parshvanath, Prince of Kashi, son of Ashwashen and Vamala, his parents. Parshva founded 4 principles, cardinal principles of Jainism. 4 cardinal principles of Jainism: Satya, speak truth, stand by truth. Okay, Satya. Gandhi's Satyagraha means what? Stand by truth, speak truth, stand by truth, fight for justice. In fighting for justice, be non-violent. Because violence breeds only violence. That is Gandhian philosophy. Being man from Gujarat, Gandhi was very much influenced by Jainism. Got the point? Satya, first principle. Second one, ahimsa, non-violence. For Jains, ahimsa is paramadharma, a principle one shall not compromise with. Satya, ahimsa. No himsa in word and deed. Either in word or deed. No himsa. Understand? Then asteya. What is asteya? Not to expect what that belongs to the others. Okay. You have a wonderful cell phone. Shall I steal it? Okay. You have a wonderful wristwatch. Right. So if something that is yours, I am coveting it, okay, that is not accepted in Jainism. Okay. You shall not steal what that belongs to the others. 4th principle, aparigriha, parigriha. You shall not have anything. You should not aspire for what that belongs to the others. And you shall not have anything at all. These are 4 cardinal principles. Okay. Honestly, tell me one thing. Are these principles really easy to follow in life? Very, very difficult. That's one reason why Jainism could not become popular. Buddha never taught you something that is impracticable. Are you understanding? Speak Satya. Always it is possible. Our day starts with asatya only. That's why I rate Hinduism the best. Understand? Hinduism gives you freedom. Freedom of thinking and action. Understand? It's not always possible to speak truth. Okay. You have to sometimes to speak lie also. Not in your interest, in the interest of others. Are you understanding? You are a doctor. Patient's reports are very bad. Looking at the report, you will tell the patient, "Arey, time aa gaya tumko." ऐसा है क्या? Huh? You have to convince him. Nothing wrong. Your reports are very good. Fine, I will bring it down. Don't worry. The values are very high. I will bring it down. You are under my protection. I know his condition is very bad. But I should not say that. That's why I rate Hinduism the best. In Hinduism, you have a popular saying, save 1,000 lives, save one life. Are you understanding? Satya always is very difficult. Ahimsa, paramadharma. Arey, fellow is coming to kill you. Right? Standing before him, satyam, 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 and all that. He will finish. It's not possible. Sometimes we have to be very violent also. We have to be very violent. Right? At home you see kids run with severe temperature. They don't take medicine. It's bitter. They swallow, they puke it, and they don't take it. Then what to do? We have to tie their hands, legs, and you open the mouth and pour it. Is it not violence? Tell me. Is it not violence? It is violence. We scold you. Teachers scold you. My teacher bet me in degree final year. The horrible days we had. Huh? Terror. At night to 2 o'clock he used to come to our rooms, whether we are studying or not. No second class in our college. All first class. Very difficult that too. Understand? Very difficult to get a first class in arts. 20 first class, that's all. Great teachers. Understand? He used to beat me. Yeah. Make me to stand outside. Me and myself, there is one fellow called Satyam. He's IAS now, you understand? Oh. We were that way outstanding, always standing outside in the class. Outstanding, you understand? Oh. Huh? Got the point. Teachers are harsh, not to hurt you in your own interest. So violence is also required. Aparigriha, are Buddha at least allowed. You fellow wear dress, keep one pair in reserve. Go for begging bowl, take bowl. In Jainism, nothing. Cloth bhi nahi hai. Total naked. Understand? And go beg with your bare hands. Not even begging bowl. Understand? These principles are very difficult to follow, austerious. That's why Jainism could not become so popular. Understand? After 23rd Tirthankara, you have 24th Tirthankara, Vardhaman Mahavir. Vardhaman, born at Kundagrama, Grama village. Now it comes under Vaishali district. In some textbooks it is written as Muzaffarpur. Now it is in Vaishali actually, Vaishali district. Born in 527 BC, Vardhaman. Clan Gnatrika. Buddha's clan Shakya. Mahavir's clan Gnatrika. That's why Mahavir otherwise called Gnataputra. You Gnataputra, Putra, prince of Gnatrikas. Kshatriya community. Father Siddharth, mother Trishila. Unlike the Buddha, Vardhaman enjoyed his childhood. Understand? He was not like Buddha in his adolescence. Enjoyed very well. Married Yashoda. He became father of Priyadarshana, daughter Priyadarshana. Priyadarshana married Jamali, Jamali's son-in-law. All these events happened before Vardhaman turned 30. 30. Right. Before 30 years, marriage for his daughter also. He had become father-in-law, Vardhaman Mahavir. At the age of 30, Vardhaman lost his parents. His parents, Siddharth and Trishila, both died. That's the major transformation. So long as parents are around, we are, very easy-going guys. When parents are not there, the reality is, very harsh reality. Understand? Until my father was alive, I was not bothered about anything. I was very confident. Suddenly when a couple of years before year he died. Then I suddenly felt I turned old. You understand? I was not feeling like that. Lot responsibility and I am the only head of my clan. So you feel, the loss of your parents, right? That brought great change in Vardhaman. He wanted to find out ultimate truth, the reality and the purpose of life. That you can't do it, leading a family life. So you have to go for sannyas. No wife would grant permission for husband to become sannyas. Yashoda had not given him permission. This made Vardhaman to take permission from his elder brother. His elder brother, Nandivardhan, he granted him permission. Vardhaman now going around places, an ascetic, in search of truth. At the age of 36, Vardhaman met Ghosala, very important. Makkali Ghosala or Ghosala Mushkari Putra, another great philosopher. Class, remember, Ghosala founded a new sect. A new sect called Ajvika. Ajvik, Ajvikas. Ajvikas means the ones who don't believe in life. Their philosophy, niyati. What is niyati? Niyati means everything already decided. Whether you shall become IAS or not is already decided according to Ajvikas. What that you would get, you would definitely get it. Okay. What that is not due to you, however much you try, you will not get it. Okay. This is already decided. That's called niyati, preordination, theory of preordination. I don't know whether you have heard of Nadi Shastra. Have you heard of Nadi? Yeah. You have heard of Nadi? They take the thumb impression, right? After that, they'll come to you, just 10-15 minutes after. They will read out all your details. They will ask you, are they tallying these details? Yes, you say yes. Then they will reveal entire past of yours and what's going to happen in future. This is Nadi Shastra. You ask them how you had come to know about all these details. They don't tell you generally. But you see, if you insist, then they say, it's already been recorded. Whoever that's going to born on this earth, all their details are recorded. Okay. That's what they say. They have that knowledge. Okay. There are manuscripts, old manuscripts, Talapatra Granthas. Then they will go into that and pick up this Nadi that suits your thumb impression. Okay. It's an interesting Shastra, that is. It comes to that. Understand? Ajvikas, they believe that future already decided. They worship Ashokan tree. You know Ashokan tree? And for them, deer is also sacred. Animal deer. In India, for every community and every religion, there is sacred tree and sacred animal. For Hindu, you have cow, elephant, sacred. Banyan tree, sacred. For Buddhist, horse, sacred. Tree, people tree, under which Buddha got enlightenment. For the Jains, sal tree, under which Mahavir got enlightenment. Rishabh means bull. Bull sacred for Jains. Similarly, for Ajvikas, Ashokan tree and deer, D-E-A-R, sacred. Ghosala and Mahavir, they lived together for some time. There are differences between the two. They parted away. Understand? Mahavir left Ghosala, came to a place called Jrumbika on the banks of river Risupalika. On 10th day of Vaishakha Masa, Vaishakha month, Vardhaman got enlightenment. This enlightenment, he called it Jina, supreme knowledge. A knowledge, an end by itself. There is nothing beyond that. Okay. Buddha called it Bodhi. Mahavir, Jina. It's that he got this knowledge, he declared it, that he conquered it. Conquering Jina, you are Jain. Are you understanding? Jain literally means he who conquered the supreme knowledge, ultimate knowledge, Jain. So Vardhaman declared himself, okay, Jain, the conqueror. The word Jain started with him. Before that, before Vardhaman Mahavir, Jains were there, but they were called as Shramanas. S-R-A-M-A-N-A-S. There is no word called Jain. Jain started with Mahavir. That's why you regard him the real founder of Jainism. Clear? Vardhaman Mahavir. There is a question in UPSC. What is the other name? Other name for the Jains. Other name for the Jains. Nirgrantha. Nirgranthas. Nirgranthas means people completely liberated. No bonds. Completely liberated. Nirgranthas means free people. Like the Buddha, Mahavir went around places preaching Jainism. At the age of 72, Mahavir came to a place, Pavapuri, city called Pava, P-A-V-A, Pavapuri. He became guest for a rich merchant Nagasena. In his house, Vardhaman performed Salekhana Vrata. What is Salekhana Vrata? Salekhana Vrata means starving yourself to death. Starving oneself to death. No water, no food. Come, let death may come, we'll face it. You are, in a way, welcoming death. Correct word. You are welcoming death. When you are welcoming death, voluntarily, willingly, you are conquering death. You are not scared of death. Mrityunjaya does not mean he who lives on this earth forever. He who is not scared of death, he is Mrityunjaya. This vrata, you call it as Salekhana Vrata in Jainism. Rajasthan High Court declared it, culpable suicide. It is suicide. Offense. Supreme Court permitted. Okay. It is part of your thing. Suicide is different. Suicide you commit when you are in distress. When you are in total distress, you commit suicide. Don't know what you are doing also. Understand? Whereas Santara or Salekhana, these are the two. Okay. You do it voluntarily. You are very much in senses. Okay. You do it on your own. Willingly you are facing death. Right. That's what is the history of Vardhaman Mahavir. Then what are the teachings of Mahavir? Okay. Mahavir added fifth principle. Already 4 by Parshvanath. He added the fifth principle, Brahmacharya. Satya, Ahimsa, Asteya, Aparigriha, 4 principles. But how will you follow these things? Unless you have control over your senses. What is Brahmacharya? Control over senses. Brahmacharya does not mean remaining without marriage. I told you already. You have to exercise control over senses. That is Brahmacharya. Right. That's required, essential, for following the remaining 4. So 5 principles in Jainism. These 5 principles put together, you call them Pancha Anuvratas. Anuvratas, you must do it every day. Anu means always. Panch means 5. Panchanuvratas. Mahavir also founded 3 Ratnas. What are the 3 Ratnas? Right faith, right knowledge, and right conduct. Right faith, right knowledge, and right conduct. 3 Ratnas. Jain philosophy comes very close to that of Sankhya Shastra. You remember there are 6 philosophical systems I dictated. Sankhya, Nyaya, Yoga, Vaisheshika. Remember? Uttara Mimamsa, Purva Mimamsa. Jain philosophy comes very close to that of Sankhya Shastra. These are all questions given ones. Every statement of mine answer to the question given. Okay. For the Jains, you get knowledge by 7 different means. These 7 different means, they call it as Sapta Bhangi. Sapta means 7. Bhangi, different ways of getting knowledge. 7 different ways. Sapta Bhangi. Jain philosophy is called Shadvada and Anekantaravada. What is Shadvada? Shadvada means theory of maybe. For the Jains, no knowledge is perfect. Knowledge changes from time to time. What appears to you as knowledge today would not be knowledge tomorrow. That's the point. It's like this. I told you Newton. When Newton was born, we felt physics ended with Newton. There is nothing now. Everything he explained. After Newton, you have Einstein. We said physics ended with Einstein. Today, you are questioning even Einstein's principles. Are you understanding? There is end for knowledge. When knowledge is infinite, okay, no end for it, how can you say that your answer is final? Got the point? Shadvada means theory of maybe. No definite answer for any question. Anekantaravada. What is Anekantaravada? In this world, everything is connected to the other. You cannot study anything in isolation, separate branch. Okay. For anything to read, okay, remember one thing, everything is connected to the other. Unless you think it holistically, holistic approach, your understanding is not perfect. Okay. It's not like allopathy medicine, heart specialist, nose specialist, ear specialist, you have dental specialist, kidney specialist. Each organ they treat. Right? They don't treat body as a whole. Okay. In body, you have different organs, all connected to each other. Got the point? That is holistic. So, Anekantaravada, it is holistic. Everything is connected to the other in this universe. Mahavir, contemporary to the Buddha. They are both contemporaries. But never they made an attempt to meet each other. They never encountered each other. Vardhaman and the Buddha. Right. Vardhaman agreed with Buddha's teachings. Okay. With regarding what? With regarding, number 1, Vedas meaningless. Rituals, ceremonies, meaningless. Number 3, domination of Brahmin, not accepted. In these 3, he agreed with the Buddha. He differed with the Buddha. There are areas also he differed with the Buddha. What are the differences? Differences I already told you. Number 1, ahimsa. Ahimsa, paramadharma, must follow for the Jains, not to compromise. Whereas for the Buddha, ahimsa is a good quality. It's a good quality, it's a virtue. One must practice it. But at the same time, one must be prepared for facing violence. Violence is reality in this world. Okay. Don't ever say that I strictly follow ahimsa. You might be an ahimsavadi. The other person is not ahimsavadi. Okay. That's why Buddha says, at least you should know how to defend yourself. Don't cause harm to the other party. Better you know how to defend yourself. That's why karate, judo, bodo and all that I told you. They are all martial arts. Martial arts meant for self-defense. In judo, you should know how to escape first. It's not possible, then lift the fellow and throw him. Lift him like this and throw him. Pachad we call it. Throw him. He would fell unconscious. You go away. Don't kill him. Karate also you are told. Sensitive parts of human body. Hit at sensitive part. See that he falls unconscious. Then you go. Okay, don't kill him. So, ahimsa, paramadharma for Jains. For Buddha, himsa unavoidable. Don't do himsa, unavoidable. Okay. Number 2, on the existence of God, I told you, the Buddha remained silent. Buddha, agnostic, remained silent. Whereas Mahavir declared, God is there. Mahavir emphatically declared, God is there. Same Mahavir says, but God is not the creator. Creation evolved on its own. For Jains, God is not the creator. Creator evolved on its own. Jain concept of this creation comes very close to that of Big Bang theory. You know Big Bang theory. Okay. Creation evolved on its own. God is not the creator. God is there. Third point of difference, I told you Buddha never believed in Atma or otherwise S-O-U-L, soul. Buddha Anatmavadi. For Mahavir, Atma is there. Soul is there. But there is nothing called Paramatma. There is nothing called universal soul. Paramatma. Soul is there. Nothing called universal soul. Then what is salvation? Next point of difference. You remember I told you for the Buddha, freedom from, desire. If you have no desire, then there is no reason for you to take birth. Unfulfilled desire is the cause for birth, according to Buddha. The Buddha believed in karma marga, karma. Whereas Vardhaman believed in jnana marga. If you understand the reality, if you realize the knowledge, that itself is salvation. One is asking for karma, the other one is asking for jnana. These are differences. Are you clear? Okay, take a note. Take a note. Jainism gave the heading. Jainism. Anusruti, A-N-U, A-N-U-S-H-R-U, T-H-I, A-N-U-S-H-R-U, T-H-I, Anusruti, underline Anusruti, is Jain sacred literature. Is Jain sacred literature. Underline Anusruti. According to it, according to Jain Anusruti, according to it, there are 24 Tirthankars. 24 Tirthankars. Tirthankars. Full stop. Tirthankar literally means Literal meaning. Literally means guide to salvation. Guide. Guide to salvation. GUID. Guide to salvation. Full stop. The first Tirthankar was Rishabh. R-I-S-H-A-B. Rishabh, also called as Adinath. A-D-I-N-A-T-H. Adinath. Full stop. He was mentioned in Rigveda. Full stop. Bahubali and Bharat. Bahubali and Bharat were his two sons. And Brahmi, B-R-A-M-H-I, Brahmi was his daughter. Full stop. She developed the script called Brahmi. She developed the script called Brahmi, written from left to right. Full stop. Bahubali defeated his brother Bharat. Bahubali defeated his brother Bharat. But renounced his claims. Renounced his claims and settled at Bahubali settled at Shravan Belugola. Shravan, S-R-A-V-A-N-A, Shravana, S-R-A-V-A-N-A, Bela, B-E-L-A, Gola, G-O-L-A. That's full name. Shravana Belugola, S-R-A-V-A-N-A. He settled at Shravana Belugola. Mark it important. Full stop. Next. Aristonemi. Aristonemi, Semi, Malinath, and Parsvanath were the other Tirthankars, important Tirthankars. Full stop. Malinath was said to be female. Said to be female Tirthankar. Said to be female Tirthankar. Full stop. Now give the subheading Parsva, P-A-R-S-V, Parsvanath. He was Prince of Kasi. Parsva, Prince of Kasi, K-A-S-I. His parents Siddharth and Trishila. And damn sorry, my dear. Parshanath, my dear, I'm sorry. Parshanath, his parents, Ashwasena and Vamala. Ashwasen, A-S-W-A. Ashwasena and Vamala, V-A-M-A-L-A. Parshanath, his parents, Ashwasena and Vamala. Full stop. He founded four cardinal principles of Jainism. He founded four cardinal principles of Jainism. Satya, Ahimsa, Asteya. Asteya means non-stealing. Non-stealing. And aparigraha. Aparigraha means non-possession. Not to have anything. Full stop. Jains before Mahavir. Jains before Mahavir were called Sramanas, S-R-A-M-A-N-A-S. S-R-A-M-A-N-A-S, Sramanas. Full stop. Now give the subheading Vardhaman Mahavir. Vardhaman Mahavir. He was born at Kunda village or Kunda Grama. Grama means village. Kunda village or Kunda Grama in Vaishali district. His parents Siddharth and Trishila. Born in the clan, he was born in the clan, C-L-A-N, clan called Gnatrika. Born in the clan Gnatrikas. Gnatrikas. As such, he was called, as such, A-S-S-U-C-H, as such, he was called Gnataputra. He was called Gnataputra. Full stop. That's the other name. Next, Yashoda was his wife. Y-A-S-H-O-D, Yashoda. Next, Priyadarshan, Priyadarshana. Priyadarshana was his daughter. She married Jamali, Jamali. Jamali was the son-in-law. Jamali, Jamali. Son-in-law of Vardhaman Mahavir. Good stuff. Next, at the age of 30, Mahavir lost his parents. Full stop. He took permission from his elder brother. Mahavir took permission from his elder brother Nandivardhan to become a sannyasi. Full stop. At the age of 36, Vardhaman met Makkali Gosala. Very important. Mark it important. At the age of 36, Mahavir met Makkali Gosala or Gosala Muskari Putra, his other name. Muskari Putra. Makkali Gosala or Gosala Muskari Putra. Full stop. Gosala founded, very important, Gosala founded a sect called SECT, sect called Ajvikas. Underline Ajvikas, very important. AJVIKS. Their main philosophy is Niyati. Niyath. Underline this, very important. Niyati. Niyati means, within brackets, theory of preordination, P-R-E, pre. Ordination, O-R-D-I. N-A-T-I-O-N. Preordination, everything already decided. Theory of preordination, within brackets. Their main theme, Niyati. Niyati means, within brackets, theory of preordination. Full stop. They worship Ashokan tree. Ajvikas worship Ashokan, A-S-O-K-N, Ashokan tree, and regard deer sacred. And regard deer, D-E-E-R, deer sacred. Full stop. At the age of 43, Mahavir reached 9, write like this. Mahavir got, at the age of 43, Mahavir got enlightenment. E capital letter. Enlightenment at Jrumbika village. At Jrumbika Grama or Jrumbika village, on the banks of river, Richupalika, on the 10th day of Vaishakha, Vaishakha Masa. Full stop. He got the enlightenment as Jina, Jine. He called it Jina, enlightenment as Jina. As the conqueror of Jina, ultimate knowledge, enlightenment, he called himself Jain, J-A-I-N. Full stop. As the word Jain started with him, as the word Jain appeared with him or started with him, he was the real founder of Jainism. He was the real founder of Jainism. Full stop. At the age of 72, he died at Pavapuri, P-A-V-A-P-U-R-I. Died at Pavapuri, in the house of Nagasena, rich merchant Nagasen, by performing Salekhanamvrata. Underline Salekhanamvrata. Within brackets, starving oneself to death. Starving oneself to death. Next, very important statement. Jains were also called as, very important, Jains were also called as Nirgranthas. Nirgranthas, within brackets, liberated people, completely liberated, no bonds, brackets close. That's where we shall stop for today. I'll post the synopsis up to Jain philosophy I explained. Right? Tomorrow I'll continue the remaining topic.